Hello everyone, what's up? Jwhisp here, and welcome to episode 20 of the Minecraft 1.15 Survival Let's Play. It's crazy to think that it's already episode 20. This world has been so fun, so exciting, and I'm definitely glad to be back and recording. And a quick explanation for that, I said at the beginning of this series I was going to try to upload every day, and I've been uploading almost every day, except I haven't uploaded now for about 5 days. And just for those who care and are watching this near the release of the video, pretty much what happened was I got food poisoning from this burger joint near my house, and I was throwing up nonstop for like 3 days. It was horrible, and I lost my voice so many times, but despite that, I was still trying to record and push out YouTube videos, which was probably a big no-no, because I was just pushing my body to the limit. And then I ended up getting sick, and I've been sick for about the past 3 or 4 days, and I'm still a tiny bit sick. So throughout the video, if my voice sounds weird or it starts to go away or you hear me sniffling or coughing a bit, I apologize. I'll try to avoid it as much as I can. For the most part, I'm feeling a lot better, though. I don't really feel sick. I just have some sniffles left. But yeah, that really sucks. I had food poisoning. I pushed my body harder than I should have. My immune system just went, and then I got sick. Of course, right when we were going back to school, too. So it all really sucked. But nevertheless, we're here, back in the world, making some good progress. Last episode, what we did was we created a really insane and overpowered creeper gunpowder farm. It's really far away that direction. You guys should check out that video, definitely. You know, if you want to make TNT, it'll be good for you. Or if you just want gunpowder for elytra fireworks, that'll be pretty good too. But in this video, I have something that I don't even know how to say it. Something that's highly requested planned. So if we head over here, I have a little chest here, and it says danger. What could be inside? Well, there we go. Soul sand and wither skeleton skulls. So pretty much a lot of people have been asking me lately to fight the wither, and asking what's the best, most efficient, safest way to fight the wither. And so today I'll be showing that off. But before we do any of that, I want to do a little bit of repairing with my armor, tools, and weapons, because it seems like a little bit of the durability of a few things are a tiny bit low. And I know the wither fight with all of the explosives can get kind of intense. So I think, yeah, that's right. I should have some diamonds in here. Let's repair some of this stuff really fast. And I should have enough XP to do all of this. I also have to work on getting mending on my armor and tools pretty soon, though, because after a few more repairs, it's going to start being way too expensive to repair any of this anymore. So, oh, like my pickaxe? Yeah, it's done for. I got to get mending on that next. But I've been working towards getting mending on some villagers. But what I'm going to do really fast is go in my chest room, get all the blocks I need to prepare for this fight, and I'll be back with you guys, and I'll show you guys what you will need to fight the wither. Alright, so I'm back, and let's look at what we need to fight the wither. Now, here's everything I have. It's fairly simple. I would recommend before you fight the wither, you at least have diamond armor enchanted to about protection 2 or 3. I have protection 4. I'm being extra safe. I would also recommend that you have a very powerful sword and a powerful bow. I would try to get a decent amount of power on your bow and also a decent sharpness level on your sword. Now, besides that, obviously bring lots of extra food with you. Bring some torches in case it's nighttime. Bring some blocks, because anytime you'd venture out, you always want to bring blocks because you'll never know when you'll need them. I have a bucket here, and the reason I have the bucket is because when you're fighting the wither, if it shoots you, you can get the wither effect, which, you know, takes down your health crazy fast. And so the bucket is to grab milk, which I will grab on my way to the wither fight. I don't have any cows around here, so I need to find some. And then I also have some golden apples. Now, this is what I bring typically to a wither fight. Honestly, sometimes I don't even bring the golden apples or the milk bucket because I really don't need it, but if you're a beginner, I highly recommend it, and I also recommend if you're a beginner, maybe experimenting with some potion brewing. Definitely potions of speed, regeneration, and strength. All of those will greatly help you. A method I used when I first started playing is I would pop a speed 2 potion, run away as far as I could from the wither, draw my bow, and start shooting. But that only works for so long, because after the wither gets to a certain health, you can't shoot it with a bow anymore. You have to shoot it with a sword. Now, also, I have to say, if you were on Bedrock Console Edition, you know, PS4, Xbox, Bedrock on PC, mobile, any of those, Nintendo Switch, Be extra careful. I would definitely bring the potions because on Bedrock, the Wither is definitely harder. The Wither for sure has more health. I don't know the exact numbers, but I know it's confirmed that it is more health. And I also know that the Wither fight has more phases. Like, it has one phase where it actually spawns Wither skeletons everywhere, and it's pretty scary. So the Wither is a lot harder to fight. Be careful on Bedrock. But then I guess the last thing you need to know about fighting the Wither and the last thing you need to do to prepare is leave. You don't want to spawn the Wither anywhere near any of your valuable or loved builds because the Wither will destroy things. And I don't just mean, you know, go over here, go a little bit far from your house. I mean go really far because even though you can sort of guide the Wither with your movements, you know, after you hit the Wither a few times, it'll most likely follow you. For the beginning of the Wither fight, the Wither just really doesn't care. It does whatever it wants, it goes wherever it wants, and it'll attack whatever it wants. So if there's any mobs nearby, it'll attack those mobs before it'll attack you. So if the mobs are starting to run or walk towards your house, you're pretty screwed. So I would definitely recommend building it far away from your house, very far away. I usually go a few hundred blocks. And yeah, that's a little overkill, but the reason I go so super far is not only to protect the builds I currently have, but to also leave land for builds I might have in the future. For example, right here is probably a safe distance far enough away from my village to do this, to fight the Wither, but I might build stuff here in the future, so I'm going to keep going. Also, we are going to kill a few sheep so we can skip the night here before we fight the Wither, and I will also try to find a cow so that we can get some milk. But anyways, I'm going to travel a few hundred blocks away, and I will be back with you guys once I have found a safe location to fight the Wither. Alright, so here we are. We are a safe distance away from our village. I traveled a few hundred blocks. Now, before you are actually ready to fight the Wither, there's one more thing you need to do, and looks like this ravine's here to help me out. What you want to actually do is travel very deep into the ground, and the reason for this is because a very effective way to fight the Wither is actually not to spawn the Wither above ground, but to spawn the Wither underground. What you're going to do is head down to a very low level and try to avoid caves if you can. I'll go down to Y11, the typical diamond level. But what you're going to do is start building a tunnel. And I build it a decent amount. You know, it doesn't have to be too long, maybe 20 or 30 blocks. And all you're going to do with this is at the end of the tunnel, you will build your Wither there. And the reason you do this is because you want to confine the Wither as much as you can in a tight little space. That way the Wither is easy to aim at, it's easy to hit, easy to kill. Oh! Looks like there's actually, okay, looks like I was here before, doing some mining. But, anyways, if we keep heading this direction, I'll head a little bit more. This should be good enough, honestly. What you want to do is at the end of your tunnel, create a little box, and in this little boxed room, this is where you will put your Wither. And so this tunnel, pretty much what you'll do is, before I spawn the Wither, I'll show you, you'll have the Wither right here, and then the Wither will spawn, and you just keep walking backwards in the tunnel, shooting at the Wither. And you want as much stone and blocks surrounding the Wither as possible, just to confine the Wither, almost have him trapped and prevent him from moving. And this is why you don't want to do it near a cave. As you can see, I was dumb, and I guess there's a little cave here, but we're just going to hope for the best. Hope the Wither doesn't go in the cave. Now, the Wither should be okay. I don't think it'll go in the cave. The only reason a Wither would go in a cave is if there was a zombie or something in here. Oh, well, I guess there are mobs in here, so maybe this won't work out. But if you light up the cave, you should be okay, because the Wither just wants to go for mobs. But if there's no mobs near the Wither, then the only thing that the Wither really will attack is you. So, let's go for it here. Get the soul sand. I'm a little nervous here. It's always scary doing a Wither fight. Alright, 1, 2. Let me get our cooked chicken up. Also pop a gapple. Oh, I never got milk. That was dumb of me. I should have gotten that. Well, it's fine. Boom, pop it up. So what's going to happen is the Wither takes a few seconds here to get some health, and then you can start shooting at it. You can only shoot at it until it's at about half health, though. So once it stops blinking, we can shoot at it. There we go. And once it reaches half health, what happens is the Wither... Oh, this was a failure. The Wither actually starts glowing, and then at that point, you can only hit it with your sword. So as you can see, the Wither can't actually hurt me, but I have access to fight the Wither's tail. So I can just keep shooting at the tail, and as you can see right there, my bow no longer does damage, so you have to go to the Wither with your sword now. And look, the Wither isn't even doing any damage to me. I could probably do this without any armor and fight the Wither. As long as I had like a stone sword, I'd be okay. But yeah, as you see, the Wither can barely touch you. And one more swing, and we're there. That's literally all you have to do. I know, super easy. People always make out the Wither fight to be something super hard, but that's it. It literally took a few seconds, and we got our Nether Star. Now, this baby is the reason that fighting the Wither is so valuable and why so many people do it in Minecraft. Because what you can do with a Nether Star is a few different cool things. You used to only be able to craft a beacon, but now you can actually craft... I forget what they're called. End crystals. That's what they're called. They're the things that are on top of end city towers. So there's two really cool uses. Obviously, you can make a beacon, which is great for your town or village. Or a lot of people use them in factions. There's a lot of good buffs. You can get regeneration. You can get speed. Or what a lot of people do is they make haste. And what I'll often do is if I have a big area I'm mining in or trying to mine out or hollow out or something like that. I actually have no idea where my village... Wait, it's this direction. Okay, this direction. You can put a beacon in an area you're mining, and if you make it a really big beacon, you can get haste 2, which will give haste 2 for a very large area, and it's super overpowered for mining. Obviously, speed is really nice for extra speed. Regeneration is nice because if you get that regeneration, you're not going to be dying. It's very overpowered, and so that's overpowered. And then end crystals are their own crazy thing. Obviously, if you hit them with a bow or you just punch them with your fist, they blow up like crazy. And at first, a lot of people just thought it was cool to have end crystals. And then after you could craft them, people started using them for decorating. So I might kill more withers in the future to use end crystals for decorating. The only hard part about killing the wither, I guess not hard part, just annoying part, is the fact that to kill a wither, you need wither skulls, and each wither skull only has a 2.5% chance of dropping. 2.5. That means you need to kill about 50 withers just to get one. Out of every 100 withers you would kill, or wither skeletons you would kill, you'd only get 2 or 3 wither skulls, which is crazy. So pretty much, you need to kill about 100. So it takes a long time. The only reason I got my skulls is because I kill them a lot on stream. I go to the nether a lot and quartz mine to get XP, and so that's how I got it. But also, end crystals, nether stars, whatever, what am I thinking? Nether stars to craft end crystals have another use. If you guys keep up with YouTubers like FitMC or SalCL1 or whatever his name is, or the Camping Rusher, when there was all the trending 2B2T stuff, and it's still pretty popular today. But end crystals, because of 2B2T, have actually made their way into PvP, and there's multiple different ways you can PvP with them. There's one method where you can try to lag out your opponent and just blow them up with end crystals, or really, end crystals do a lot of damage. So if you have an end crystal, you can just place it down next to your enemy really fast and hit it instantly after that, and boom, it does a lot of damage. So let's go to our crafting table really fast. I forget, what do we need for an end crystal? End crystal? Oh wait, you don't need nether star for an end crystal. Ignore everything I just said. Well, end crystals are still pretty cool. Everything I said about them is true, except I was wrong about how you craft them. I was under the impression it was a nether star, not an eye of ender. That's even easier to craft. Alright, anyways, what about for a beacon? How do you craft a beacon? So you need 3 obsidian, few glass, and a nether star. Let's see if we have the materials to do that, and let's craft one. If not, it's okay. But I've been saving up a lot of materials, so I think I should be able to build a pretty good beacon. Weird enough, I actually have more gold than iron, even though gold is more rare. Like, as you see, I have stacks and stacks of gold, but barely any iron. But let's check out if we have... I doubt we have enough obsidian. We might need to go grab some really fast. Come on, please. I really don't have to go into a mine right now. Oh, that would suck. But I still want to craft one. Yeah. Alright, well, looks like we're out. So anyways, what I'll do, I'll go into a mine really fast. I will grab some glass and also grab some obsidian. And then I will be back with you guys and we can craft a beacon. Alright, I'm back. I grabbed everything we need, so let's craft this bad boy. We got 3 obsidian, nether star, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 glass, and there we go. I also crafted a bunch of iron blocks. I used pretty much all the iron I had there. I also had a little bit of iron in my ender chest I didn't know about. And I also grabbed a tiny bit of iron when I went mining. And so we have a decent amount of iron here. So I'm going to make a pretty small beacon. This will not be enough iron to make a big beacon by any means. But I should be able to build a pretty decent one. Let's just put it... This won't be its permanent location, but... I don't know. Let's put it down here, honestly. Should we? No, there's not enough room, really. This whole ravine village. I need to do some landscaping really fast. I put vines around here for decoration, thinking it would look good. And, it did. But it's starting to get a little overgrown. I forgot vines spread so much. And, like, over here it's getting kind of crazy. So, a few vines look good. I just wish I could prevent vines from growing, because I just wanted a few to look good. Like on these trees too, I keep having to trim these trees. But anyways, that's not important. Let's go make the beacon. Let's actually make it, let's make it on top of there. It'll be a little out of sight, out of mind, but we can still get the little buff from it. So yeah, I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. Also, I realized, the whole coughing, sniffling thing wasn't too bad in this video. So thanks for bearing with me. I noticed that my voice does sound a little weird, or is more prone to cracking a little bit. I don't know why. But here we go. I took some iron ingots because we need to activate the beacon. So here we have it. So let's put this beacon on top of that block. And then I think just doing this will be enough, correct? I hope so. Yes, bring home the beacon. There we go. Sweet. And as you can see, it makes this little noise. Something I should also mention. I can't do this right now. I don't have enough stuff. Oh my god, the villager keeps getting stuck. All of them are stuck. But what you can do also is if you take glass, colored glass specifically, and place it on top of a beacon, depending on what color the glass is, it will change the color of the beacon. So pretend this glass was red. It would turn the beacon light red. So you can change the beacon color any color you want. I know some servers also have plugins where you can make it rainbow or stuff like that, which looks really cool. And all you do to activate it is go on, and as you can see, haste, speed, resistance, jump boost, and strength. I thought you could get regeneration as well. Oh, here it is, regeneration. Secondary power. Let's choose haste for now. And we get regeneration. Sweet. So there we go. We have our haste. Again, this buff isn't going to be too strong. It's only haste 1. But, it still helps me mine blocks a little faster. Just insta-mine grass, which is pretty nice. For an iron block, mine it pretty fast with efficiency 5. But yeah, what happens is as you add more blocks, the range and strength of the buffs, as you can see here with these little diagrams, get stronger. So we only have the lowest, but we can eventually make it up to here, add more buffs. We can choose resistance or jump boost and strength. We also get regeneration once we build the beacon all the way up. And that requires a lot of blocks. I don't know the exact number of blocks you have to use, but you have to use the same type of block of every ore. So you can't switch it up. You can't use some iron, some gold, some diamond. It has to be all iron. But if you make it really high like that, you can get all the extra buffs. They become stronger. Plus, the range is farther. So right now, the range of my beacon, let's see. Do I keep the buff here? I keep the buff. If I'm over here, do I keep the buff? I do. Okay, what if I'm over here? The range of the beacon, yeah, over here, I stopped getting the buff. So as you can see, I have to be really close to the beacon to get the buff. But once you have a full beacon, it lasts, I believe, a few hundred blocks. I don't know for sure. I'm not a beacon expert, but it definitely increases it. So it's definitely worth getting a max beacon. That's why I recommend, until you get a beacon, mine pretty much all the gold and iron you see. It can be a little bit of a pain, but it'll be worth it, because once you have a beacon, it'll be awesome. Plus, what you can also do is, say you have a really big town, a really big server, obviously, just get multiple beacons and line them up, every few hundred blocks, so you can keep the effect going throughout the entire world. Anyways, guys, that's all for this episode. I wanted to do also a little bit of a shorter episode today just because I am sick, and I wanted to try to save my voice a little bit and heal up as much as I could. But if you guys enjoyed the video, I really appreciate a like and subscribe. You guys have already given me wow, that was great. You guys have already given me immense support on the series, and I really can't ask for any more, so thank you guys so much. We're coming up really close on 100K subs. I started this series And, you know, I never expected such growth. I was getting 100 to 200 subs a day. And then for a while we were getting 1,000 subs a day, which is crazy. And that's obviously started to slow down a little bit now, but it's still amazing. We should probably get 100K subs in a month or two, which is such... that number to me is so crazy. I know for most people 100K subs really doesn't seem like that much, especially in modern YouTube, since there's literally hundreds of thousands of people on YouTube's history that have gotten that many subscribers. But when I was growing up, when I was fanboying about Minecraft YouTubers and all that stuff, 100,000 subscribers was a big deal. And you know, there only used to be a few people with 100,000, and then there were a few people with 1 million, and now there's tons of people with 1 million, and I feel like 10 million is a true big milestone. But for me, 100,000 is still a crazy large milestone, and it's just one step on the crazy YouTube journey. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jwhisp, and I will see you all in the next one.